Hi guys, today is Wednesday, March 18th. Today is an A day for students in my homeroom. So any homeroom 21 students, please be sure to check out Mr. Nicarlo's Google Classroom today to see what you have to do for gym. So today we are going to start with opening up our math notebook, and this is something that you can do at home as well if you have your math notebook. So I'm just going to go through mine. I'm going to turn to the next blank page. All this good stuff. Math notebook. Let's see, oh, it's way back here. All right, so I'm turning to the next blank page, and I just want to summarize our learning from yesterday and then give you a preview of what we're going to be doing today. So yesterday we learned about lines. We learned that there are really three types of major lines. We have parallel lines. Parallel lines will never intersect or never cross over each other. We also talked about intersecting lines. And intersecting lines can intersect at any point. They cross over each other. I know in the video it said that they tend to make V's, which I guess they do. Some are skinny, some are fat. And intersecting lines, let's see, they can cross over each other at any point at that intersection point, but anywhere on that line. So if I had two lines that were like these, they are not intersecting yet, but will they be? Because we know that lines go on and on and on forever. So yes, eventually they would intersect, probably right about here would be our point. Finally, we learned about perpendicular lines. And we said that that's a terrible line, but perpendicular lines intersect at exactly a 90-degree angle. And so all of these angles right here would each be equal to 90 degrees, right? And if we added up all of these angles, 90, 90, 90, 90, it would give us 360. So these perpendicular lines are 90-degree angle lines. They intersect at a perfect 90-degree angle. All right, so that's what we talked about yesterday. Not too bad. In my math notebook, I am going to be keeping track every day, and I encourage you to do the same with your math notebook. If you have it at home, you should. Make a page for each day of home learning. So this was yesterday. So I'm going to put the date up here. Let's see, that was the 17th. And now we're going to talk about what we're doing today. So I'm going to turn that page. I'm going to mark our page with today's date just to kind of keep track of everything. And today we're going to be talking all about triangles. All right. So triangles, we can classify them two different ways. We can talk about triangles based on their sides, and then we can also classify triangles based on their angles. So I'm going to draw a line right down my paper, and I'm going to write sides and write angles. You can pause this video if you're trying to do what I'm doing, which I do encourage you to do that. You can rewind if you need it to go get your math notebook, pause, whatever you need to do. You can listen to me over and over again, which I don't recommend. Okay, sides. So there are three different kinds of triangles that make up triangles. So the first one is the easiest one, and please excuse my terrible triangles, but the first one is called an equilateral triangle. And that one I feel like is pretty easy to remember because the word equal is kind of in there. Equal, kind of, right? Kind of makes it the word equal backwards. And an equilateral triangle has sides that are all equal. So every single side, if I were to measure each side, would be the same. So if this was 5 centimeters, then this side would be 5 centimeters, and then this side would be 5 centimeters. And we show that even if we don't have the numbers written on the sides, we show it by these little lines. This is showing that all three sides are equal on this triangle, even though I don't need to really measure it. Another type of triangle that we have, and we can classify according to its sides, is called an isosceles triangle. I'm going to try my best to make a very nice triangle for you. So in an isosceles triangle, two lines or two sides are exactly the same length. So I would show that again by doing that. And this is called an isosceles triangle, like that. So at least two sides have the same length. And then we have our scalene triangle. Our scalene is kind of like the misfit, and I'm going to stick him down here. A scalene triangle has no sides that are equal. So you might have, that's not a great triangle either, but no sides are the same length. So I'm not going to have any of those little lines because they're all different. And this is called a scalene. The way that I remember it is a scary scalene. There's no sides that are equal. It's all kind of crazy. Okay. So these are the three different types of triangles that we can make and classify according to sides. But there's another way that we can talk about triangles, and that is by its angles. So my favorite kind of triangle is just a right triangle. It's the easiest one I feel like to make, is where we have a right angle, right? And then we're just connecting those two other sides. So whenever you see a square like that, we know we have a right triangle. Then we have something called an acute triangle, and they're so cute. Those acute triangles. So an acute triangle is a triangle that has three acute angles. So let's see. Yeah, that's about right. So this is an acute triangle. All of these angles here are just so cute. They're all less than 90 degrees. And all of its angle measures would be then less than a right angle. And finally, we have an obtuse triangle. An obtuse triangle is a triangle, yeah, that looks pretty obtuse, that has one obtuse angle in it. I can't have more than that because the other two angles would have to be acute. If you have one obtuse one big one that is greater than 90 degrees, the other two are then acute. And the reason for that is because all of a triangle, and this is for every triangle in the entire world, a triangle's interior angles will always add up. I'm going to write this on the top to 180 degrees. And so if we were to add the interior angles, 90 plus whatever that is, plus whatever that is, it's always going to add up to 180 degrees for every single triangle that exists. And that's a really cool thing about triangles. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that today as our learning. I hope that gets you excited. Today you're going to be watching a video. You're going to be doing a quick check on Pearson Realize, and you're even going to be trying something brand new, something called I Know It. And I've included how to log on. If you experience any problems at all with that, just let me know and I will help you through it. And then just like yesterday, you are going to reflect on today's math lesson in a Google Doc. I am checking the Google Docs, so please make sure that you're as detailed as you possibly can be with that. All right, let's warm up for today. Turn to a blank page in your notebook, and I want you to copy down these 4 problems. So even if you don't have your notebook right now, get a piece of paper out, pause this video, get out a piece of paper, and I want you to copy down these 4 problems. Then I want you to do them. Take your pencil and just do them. There's an addition, a subtraction, a multiplication, and a long division problem. And then once you're all done, I want you to restart the video, and I want you to fast forward to the answers, and you can check your answers and see how you did. If you got them all right, awesome. Then you can stop watching this and go on to your first day's assignment. If you got any wrong, you might want to rewind a little bit and check out what you got wrong, and you can kind of watch me solve the problems. All right, so go ahead, pause the video, do your work, and then you can come back, and I'm going to be just working through the problems so that you guys can check your answers. Okay, so let's take a look here. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we know that we're always going to start in that ones column when we're adding. It's an addition problem. 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Oh, what I did. So we have 152,672. Now we're going to go to a subtraction problem. We want to remember to always start in our ones column. We say to ourselves 0 minus 5. Can we do it? No, we can't. So we have to go to our neighbor, leaves him with 1, and we take those 10 ones that we're borrowing from him, and we're adding that back into our ones column, making that a 10. So now we can do it. 10 minus 5 is 5. 1 minus 7, we can't do that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that would be 4. We have a 2 minus 9, we can't do that. But nobody is home at this house, so we have to go to his neighbor. All right, so 4 becomes a 3. Now I'm going to do my trick with the 9 bombs. We're going to fly over to where we need those 10 ones. We're going to put them right there. But when we were flying, we dropped a 9 bomb on that guy. If you're in my math class, you'll know what I mean by that. And now we can solve everything. 9, 10, 11, 12, that would be 3. 9 minus 8 is 1, and 3 minus 2 is 1 as well. 1, 2, 3, comma, and that's what we get, 11,345. Let's take a look at this multiplication problem right here. So this is 2 digits by 2 digits. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we're going to put our happy face 0, cross out anything that we regrouped. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Add that up. And our final answer is 2,322. Now let's take a look at our long division problem. Can a 6 go into a 4? No. Can a 6 go into 43? Yes. It can go in 7 times. 6 times 7 is 42. We're going to subtract, bring down our 5. 6 can go into 15 2 times. That would be 12. Now we're going to subtract again and get 3. Now we're going to bring down our 8. 6 times what is close to 38 without going over? 6 times 6 is 36. And we have a 2. So we could either put remainder 2, or we've just been studying fractions. We can put our answer as a fraction where we say 2 over 6. So 726 and 2/6, or we could reduce that to 1/3 and say 726 and 1/3. Or we could just say 726, remainder 2, whatever floats your boat. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. These are your answers. If you did well, congratulations. And I hope everyone has an amazing day of digital learning for our official day number 2. Have a good one.